All right. This mirror, a little backstory of it. It was a solid piece of mirror. We in Kansas had my workshop right outside the house, trailer home, and I rebuilt the deck, built a floating deck in between the house and the shop. And so when we look out the kitchen window, you'd see the red wall of the shop. And we had also put a glider bench on the deck, so we were looking right at the shop. And so the idea was, well, let's come up with something nice to put there, so when you look out the window, you see something nice. When you sit on the bench, you see something nice. She liked octagon shapes. So I thought, right idea, let's put a mirror in it so then you could see the sky or the outside, and maybe some big flowers in the front of it so that you'd see that beauty all year round. Well, I used the old wood that I was using on the deck, treated lumber, and first time I got to use my shop in 20 years, it's finally set up, and so I got to working on it, and it was a solid piece of mirror, and as soon as I started cutting it with a hand tool, wouldn't cut, started cutting it with a Dremel, wouldn't cut, went back to a hand tool, and smash. The mirror cracked everywhere. And of course, I was quite upset. And then the thought came to me as I looked and seen 100 different faces in that broken mirror, that God takes your brokenness and makes something beautiful. Yeah. So I said, this is the design that we are going to go with now. And I put that mirror in a box and I took a hammer to it. And I tell you, the Lord worked a lot through me in those few minutes, and I got to smash this mirror because it felt like I was smashing everything of my past. Amen. It felt like I was smashing everything that has ever afflicted me in my life. And then the joy that I got gluing all these little pieces onto that board. And then the even more satisfaction I got when I put the flowers in front of it. And then when I hang it on the wall, I still was seeing the fragmented me. But I had the thought in my mind that it didn't matter what I see. It didn't matter what the world sees. It didn't matter all the afflictions that I've ever gone through. It's matter what my God has done and what Jesus has done through his blood in my life. So I'm not a preacher, so it's going to be short.
You know about that?
The thing that I came up with for this, I Dr. Google, as I used to call it, the only thing I wanted to find a little bit of a word about brokenness, because I thought that was the theme of this for me, was it doesn't matter, anymore. I remind myself every day that, I look at that and I see a lot of flaws in it. How the frame was built, how it's screw holes, chips. I see a lot of flaws in it, and again, it don't matter. It don't matter. So the word that came to me was Galatians 2:20, and it says, I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. And praise God, and that's my story of the mirror. Praise God.